When you come to Nigerian elections, just like Arase said, the key actors in elections are the electoral management body, in our own case, the INEC, and the police. And sometimes elections are done anyhow. Why so? I don't think I can say clearly that because the people lack knowledge. I think they don't lack the knowledge. People willingly do the wrong thing. Because we're in a society where people accept the wrong thing and celebrate those who do the wrong thing. And if we grow to the level where society will not accept the wrong thing, people will no longer do society will not accept the wrong thing. People will no longer do the wrong thing. In fact, here we were stressed the army. Most other countries, the military, don't get involved in the day-to-day managing elections. Some of them, some countries, they use them to manage some strategic transportation system like the Air Force and the Army in very dangerous areas to convey material. But manning, polling booths, staying around, military are never used. I just came back from Botswana, of course, some months back during the election. It's a very small country of small population, so almost all the police officers were used for the election. What the military do is that those regular duties that the police officers were doing, including securing the police headquarters, the military took over, because all the police officers were sent to the field. So the military high command had to post military officers to secure government assets and facilities. That's what they do. And you don't hear stories. Go to a country like Senegal, which is a West African country, their election last year. We talk about technology, and still with the technology we still have problems. And I said that they use the simplest form of voting. In fact, there was a table there. They put the ballot papers for every candidate, and you, the voter, you go and you just go and pick one from. Of course, you must pick from all the candidates. You could make mistake to pick two. Then when you get there, you have them to. You pull the rest into the wastepaper basket, and the candidate of the choice. Sorry. Just put a long table, and if say 3 presidential candidates, every candidate has his own ballot papers put there. As a voter, you pick from candidate 1, and you pick the 6. Then you go to where you vote, where it is secret. You take the candidate of your choice and put in one envelope and put in the ballot paper. And you throw the remaining ones in the waste paper basket. And nobody picks more than one. If it is Nigeria, one person for his candidate, you want to pick 10 or more. Though the system has a way that if you pick more, it could be detected. And you don't even see one police there to conduct the human behavior. You don't see any police. The electoral management officers, polling agents, and so on, they were just sitting down watching. The police were outside because they use secondary school and primary schools as polling station. Then each of the classrooms, they have the different polling units. So the police stay at the gate. If there's an issue, they will call them in. Otherwise, you don't see police while they are even doing the voting. And that is standard in so many countries. But here, we will fully do the wrong thing, and we, with the Nigerians, celebrate the wrong thing. And I believe one day the country will get to the level where people will reject bad behavior. And when we get to the level that we reject bad behavior, most of these things will not happen again. Just like Onovo said, that professors who just give degrees to young graduates and they are serving as NYC members, they will go to the field, fill the forms, and the voting, and when they pass their result to the professors will turn. So how do you expect those youth corpers? What kind of training are we giving to those youth corpers that you just graduated them, and now you are showing them that the wrong thing is what's acceptable in our country? I believe one day we all Nigerians will say will no longer accept the wrong thing. And the day we all collectively say we will no longer accept the wrong thing, we, the political class, will behave normally. People must reject us if we behave wrongly. Maybe one day we will have 2 big buildings in Abuja where we will have places where we put pictures of people, even if they are dead, and say these are the people who really messed up this country. So that their grandchildren will come and know that their grandfathers were part of the problems of the country. After thank you, no, thank you, but you should also have preceded me, because you said that the author has made it very clear that there is no illiterate police officer again. But you know, when I was in office, I made sure that the police academy in Kano was made a degree awarding. So immediately as a cadet officer, as you pass through the police training, you also have a sound degree. So there is no issue of police being, I think that is over. So we have to thank all of you for being here, and I believe you will all robustly launch this book as I declare this program open. Thank you.
Those of all those I met along the line who did not ask me for anything in Nigeria, and he's one of them. He just did his work professionally. So I thank you, and I commend you for writing this book. I can't make comment on election policing. I will only just say it depends on whoever is in charge at the time. I've had the opportunity of being involved in free and fair election. Under President Jonathan, I had my second tenure. And I went to him as the president and said, Mr. President, I don't want one vote that is not belonging to me to be recorded for me, and I don't want one vote to be recorded for another person. Just ask the INEC chairman, police officers, and people coming here for this election, for interest of peace, let them do free and fair election. And I have so many people to bear that witness. Even when his own party people, PDP, came to my state, I called him and said, Mr. President, I'm in my village. I don't want people wandering around in my state. I voted and I'm in my village. I heard so and so people are in my state. They are not from this state. They should leave this state. And within few minutes, he called them and they left the state. I said, please, let them count the result. So when we talk about election, it depends on the human being that is involved. If the right person is involved, we have free and fair election. But if people decide that we have to leave off the situation we have, where we have become a crime scene, and we are chasing criminals, the criminality will start from the politicians doing the right thing. If we want to talk about security, talk about anything, when we stop stealing as public officers, the children and all those criminals will equally learn from us. And as policing, we would even do their work better. Election policing is easy if we have people who are not ready to steal the elections. Thank you.
The inspiration for the election security management emerged from a pivotal assignment entrusted to my company, Solar Security, by the then National Security Advisor, Major General Babagana Mobunu, CFRO retired. We were tasked with delivering lectures on election security across the 6 geopolitical zones to strengthen the capacity of security agencies and stakeholders in managing elections-related threats. Following the success of this initiative, the then Inspector General of Police, Alhaji Alkali Baba Usman, extended another mandate to Solar Security to deliver and election security management course to police officers nationwide. This monumental exercise brought together some of the best, finest minds and experts in the field, covering topics such as INEC preparedness for the 2023 elections, general elections, interagency collaborations, legal framework, electoral offenses and punishment, civil society monitoring, human rights issues, media relations, and even the mental health of the police officers who were involved in these exercises. This engagement culminated in the creation of this book, which I am proud to present to you today. It took 5 years for us to put it together, and some of the minds of the people from the academia and other civil society organizations who edited the first, volume. They are seated within this place here. And I'm sure they will be able to reach out to you to give you a brief of what they did. The outcome of these engagements, coupled with my experience as a former Inspector General of Police, as well as my legal background, clearly exposed me to the knowledge gap on the election security provision in terms of research, professional outlook. This realization was the motivating force in the perfection of this publication. On the other hand, selected readings in internal security is structured into 26 detailed chapters, offering a panoramic view of internal security complexities in Nigeria. It explores critical areas such as the nexus between peace, security, and national development. Community policing as a tool for conflict resolution and trust building, integrating human rights with the Mendes principles, the interplay between political leadership and security dynamics, strategies for addressing emerging threats, cybercrime, and environmental security, like we are having in the Niger Delta. The legal frameworks, legal reforms, the public-private partnership in building resilient security frameworks. While these books address distinct aspects of governance and security, they share a unified vision. This vision includes human-centric security management, grounded on human rights-centered approaches, collaboration, and conclusions among the security agencies and communities, stakeholders for use of the technology, the use of technology and innovative strategies to tackle modern challenges in cybersecurity and electoral fraud. This is our own contribution to the advancement of our democratic journey. And I encourage everyone to obtain a copy to gain insights into the critical question of security governance of our democratic space and processes. Appreciate the complex dynamics and contribute to the debates on the subject matter from an informed view. At this junction, may I most heartily thank all the contributors to these intellectual masterpieces. I do appreciate that studies of this nature could be as dynamic as a human endeavor. Hence, while taking full responsibility as the editor for any imperfection in the publication, I am prepared to put all the contributors on notice to be prepared to update their contributions in future editions to further enrich the discourse on this critical field of study. Furthermore, the proceeds from this work will go towards the advancement of the scholarship scheme under the Solo Higiato Arase Foundation. Towards this end, I once again thank Your Excellency, former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan GCFRO, for the honor of your presence. My special appreciation also goes to other esteemed guests for sparing time to honor our invitation, and by so doing contribute to the national effort to deepen our democratic values. I thank you all and pray for God's protection on you all as our beloved nation as we police our democracy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Solomon Arase. Please, let's give him another round of applause. I mean, for those who know him very well, you can see that he's in the latter stages of recuperation. That was done a couple of months ago. Dr. Solomon Arase would like to thank you for the welcome remarks. So once again, let's applaud him.